Every single time that I log in into the Elder Scrolls Online after a long time not playing, there's always something that amazes me, and it's the little details that the devs work on. I notice that there's a few tweaks in the graphics which make it a little bit better, even though it's an older game, and the whole immersion in the thing, the buildings, the stars, the two moons, the church over there as I am currently in Leywin. There's a certain vibe of it. I always thought that this game had a huge potential, and I hope that one day, maybe with this expansion, Necrom, that I'm about to embark on, it's gonna lead to its true potential. Alright, so after 1 hour of tweaking Elder Scrolls Online, I managed to get it where I wanted to be. So how do you make this game more immersive as an MMO? You gotta go into the settings and just push your head into a wall, because you have to tweak a lot of things that removes the little lines that come around the characters, that makes you have a quick bind to toggle UI off. Just see I can still see some health over there. I don't like that, but I'm tired of going through the settings. But there are a lot of things that you can do where you can just tweak the game so you become more immersed into it, whether you're playing on third-person view or first-person view, removing the crosshairs, all these little things that you can do, removing all that brightness from characters. You can do all these things and you really feel like you're playing an RPG. And the game has very beautiful sight, very beautiful graphics, even though it's a little bit outdated. They make it so, I don't know what they do, but they make it so it's okay, it's bearable, and the combination of the ambience, the music, the theme, just walking around Leywin without all these little MMO things that make the game a little bit unimmersive for me. You can tweak all of those things out in the settings. One of the things that I love about the game, the developers know that people play this game as single-player RPG, so I really appreciate all these things. Oh man, I'm getting some Oblivion flashbacks here, just coming with that guy on that store. In any case, I think I'm ready. I'm going to Necrom, see what this expansion has to offer me. Wow. Like, I just arrived to Waitress right here, and just look at the song like this. Oh my god, it truly makes me remember what a beautiful game the Elder Scrolls Online is. It's a combination with the audio, the effects, the sound, the environment, the music. It's a little bit of epicness to the whole thing. You know, this game gets a lot of bad rep, but there is something very special about it that no other MMO really has going on for it. Did I say MMO? No, this is an RPG. I'm playing an RPG here. Gorgeous. Alright, so straight from the get-go, this is not how you encounter Hermaeus Mora, through a random NPC. The way that you find Hermaeus Mora in Skyrim for the first time is one of the most epic things in video games that I've ever had. I'm gonna play Skyrim again because I have not played Skyrim since I started doing this sort of content that I do, but straight from the get-go, this is not a good way. The way that you encounter Hermaeus Mora is just randomly, you just turn around and there are tentacles somewhere, and you hear a super weird voice talking to you in the middle of a cave in the Arctic Sea, completely isolated from society. Not just randomly run into an NPC who tells you that the fate of the world lies upon you. So this is a bad way to contact Hermaeus Mora for the first time. I am not a fan of this, no.
The fates of both realms are linked, and you are the key to preserving reality. Without you, everything unravels. Help avert this disaster and Mora will reward you.
No, no, no. They're getting the whole thing wrong. Okay, I get it. There's a connection between Oblivion and the world of the mortal. This is my whole theory about the Elder Scrolls as a whole, as a franchise, not the Elder Scrolls Online, but the Elder Scrolls lore, is that there is a connection between mortals and these realms of Oblivion. And more importantly, what they're gonna address in Elder Scrolls 6, the realms of the Aedra, not the realms, but the nature of the Aedra, which is us in a way as inhabitants of Tamriel, but more on that later. So this whole thing that Mora will reward you. Hermaeus Mora does not reward you. You simply do Hermaeus Mora's bidding because there's no other option. There's no other choice. You just want the knowledge. He just seduces you with the knowledge, and you cannot reject such knowledge. It's not like Hermaeus Mora will reward you. No, that doesn't make any sense. So you serve Hermaeus Mora.
I do not worship him, if that is your question. The Prince of Knowledge is an ally and patron. Mora provides me with access to rare and esoteric lore. In return, I undertake various tasks.
Okay, now that makes more
sense. A
sense.
mutually beneficial arrangement.
That goes more in line with Hermaeus Mora. He seduces you with knowledge because he has the secrets of the whole thing. So this is why you have to listen to Hermaeus Mora. Now, I do like how they pick you with this, they pick your interest with these little fancy words as they're gonna be explaining this nature of reality, but then they know that people are not gonna understand, so they cut it short and they play with that whole thing. Keep it basic because a lot of people don't like to really, to go so full into the lore. A lot of people don't understand it, but it is there. It's there. I'm wondering if they're gonna actually go into it, or they're gonna keep it simple for a larger player base, which makes sense with being an MMO and them wanting to keep it simple. But if they actually push the envelope a little bit, I'm gonna be very happy. There we go. Now this is
forth. Know that you stand in the presence of Hermaeus Mora. We must converse.
Okay, this is how you meet Hermaeus Mora now. We're getting somewhere. Now this is more the way that you get introduced to Hermaeus Mora. For sure.
Laramil has done well, and brought fate's chosen into my unrelenting gaze. All other outcomes are now excluded.
Ah, okay, I see what's
Fate's
happening.
ever-branching tree begins to grow again.
Fate.
And with it, new possibilities emerge.
Okay. You redeemed that awful introduction to Hermaeus Mora before. This is acceptable.
But you are the key to preserving Apocrypha. I have foreseen it, and in doing so, you shall save the mortal realm.
How? Okay, just to tone down the hero thing. All MMO players, all RPG players have said the same thing. We don't want to be this only hero, this only mortal that is going to save the day. Just let us know that there's something huge going on, and we all have to do what we can to save it. This idea of you are the answer of the question of breaking reality, this does not make any sense. We hate it. Remove it already, especially from someone like Hermaeus Mora. Hermaeus Mora shouldn't be saying this to you. Okay.
The scholars and mystics of your world call me a Daedric Prince.
Okay.
What you see is only an aspect of my true self.
Gonna
For
contain
the
the
mortal
whole of
mind
me.
cannot contain the whole of me. This form
I like this.
Your mind must remain intact for you to be of use fate.
Right, he doesn't want you to go crazy, and I like this idea that the concept of a Daedric Prince is something that us mortals understand, because we understand Daedra, Daedric Princess, and Oblivion. But in the reality of things, in the ultimate reality, these are things that go beyond our comprehension. And even the form of Hermaeus Mora, even the very nature, the true nature of Hermaeus Mora is completely alien for us mere mortals to understand. Now this is more like the actual lore, the intrinsic nature of Hermaeus Mora as it's portrayed in The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Here. Look at that. Look at that beautiful bastard over there. Look at that beautiful face of Hermaeus Mora. Isn't he magnificent? He is magnificent. I do like the way that they are portraying him. You know, the still an MMO still has to be simple and easy, but yes, there's a little bit of the nature of Hermaeus Mora in here. Okay, contract with Hermaeus Mora. Okay, sign the contract.
Many paths. Find Laramel and choose wisely.
Choose wisely. Yeah, there's no choice at all. What are you talking about? You don't have a choice with Hermaeus Mora. He cannot choose you. Okay, I get it. You are the savior. You have to do this to save the world, because you never say no when you always buy the goddamn expansion and just go through whatever obstacles they put to you, no matter how dumb they are or how many paywalls are behind it. You're gonna do it because you're the champion. So okay, I'll let him slid with it, because there's some interesting things about Hermaeus Mora here, about the lore. The whole thing about the connection between Nirn and Oblivion and reality itself. There's a threat to reality itself, and now in saving reality itself, we're gonna know some of the nature, some of the deeper natures of the realms of Oblivion and the realms of beyond, because as he says, we conceive them as Daedric princes. That's how our quote-unquote scholars perceive them, but in reality there's a whole cosmic thing going on, a cosmic game going on with the Aedra and the Daedra and Nirn and the Elder Scrolls and the Fates and everything coexist in this multiverse that is the Elder Scrolls. This is the Elder Scrolls, this is the multiverse, all this reality shifting and being written in the quote-unquote Elder Scrolls, which is more like akin to the concept of the Akashic records in a sense, and Hermaeus Mora knows everything about everything. This is why I have such an obsession with Hermaeus Mora, and I impulsively had to buy this game. Even if there are a lot of things that I'm not gonna like. I know I'm not gonna like a lot of things, but the game is beautiful. They kind of have, it has the nature of Hermaeus Mora. It has the nature of the theme of the lore, and I'm just gonna try to enjoy the most of it. We'll see what such fate has in the future for me.